Every story appears ordinary till you see the core side of it.
And what you're looking for is the story behind the news.
We bring it to you from Lagos, the commercial capital of Nigeria.
Giving you all sides and political stories round the clock.
Every detail from the start line to the final whistle.
CoreTV News, expanding your view.
A very good evening to you. Welcome to CoreTV Primetime News. I am Omotayo Alo. In our major stories tonight, the much anticipated governorship election in Kogi State has been largely peaceful. Also in this program, mixed reactions trail process as APC, PDP react on the governorship election. President Muhammad Buhari assures Nigerians of glorious era in spite of insecurity and economic challenges. And from outside Nigeria, Malian security forces are on the search for at least 3 suspects involved in the Brazilian attack by gunmen at a 5-star hotel that killed 21 people in the heart of the capital, Bamako. Thank you for joining us tonight. Now the news in full. The much anticipated governorship election in Kogi State has been largely peaceful. Now, this is as a result of the security deployment in and around the state. Correspondent Abiola Oluwole monitored the exercise in Kogi West Senatorial District and brought back this report.
Movement around Ayetoro, Gbede, Iye Gbede, Egbeda Egba, Ekinriade and other communities in Ijomu, Kaba and Bunu local government areas of Kogi West Senatorial District showed that the election was peaceful. Voters were seen at different polling units early as 8 a.m. trying to check their names on the voter register. After concluding his accreditation at his polling unit at Ekinriade in Ijomu local government area, the deputy governorship candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Abiodun Falike, described the exercise as age-free. He also reacted to reports of pockets of violence in Tekina local government area of the state.
Well, anywhere you see violence, it means the opposition is jittery, the PDP is jittery. Tekina happens to be the local government of the incumbent governor. And I think that place should be more peaceful than anywhere, because if he's so sure of his local government, why should there be violence? After accreditation, they should all wait behind and vote. This is just the first process. They should not go home. They should come back and cast their votes. And after casting their votes, they should stay maybe 50, 100 meters away from the polling center. According to this INEC presiding officer, the turnout and conduct of voters have been peaceful.
Well, the exercise so far is going well, it's okay. Not quite long, we just accredited the deputy aspirant under APC.
This electorate also has a similar view.
I think it has been so peaceful, and I think I want to congratulate the INEC because consider the accreditation is so fast, because our machine is, I think, is working very fast at this period.
One of the reactions of CoreTV News was the absence of military and DSS personnel on roads within the Kogi West Senatorial District. From Kogi State, Abiola Oluwole, CoreTV News.
Kogi State Governor Idris Wada has expressed dissatisfaction with the conduct of the governorship election in the state. Wada made this views known after being accredited at Ward 001 Odu polling unit in the Dekena local government area at about 11 a.m. The governor, who was accompanied by his wife Alima, said he got a report of ballot box snatching and other electoral irregularities across the state. His accreditation was successful, but that was not the same case with his wife, whose name was not found on the voters' register. She was, however, provided with an incident form where she entered a name. The malfunctioning of the card readers at the polling unit also prompted the voters to indulge in violence. The situation was later put under control by security personnel posted at the ward. Meanwhile, the APC governorship candidate Audu Abubakar has described the governorship election as free and fair, saying the alleged violence in some part of the state is unconfirmed.
But as I said, it's an unconfirmed report, and we have our people ask our people to report to law enforcement agents. So good, it's well organized. Even during the time of PDP, they will make sure that election conducted in this polling unit is free, fair, credible, so as to attract my commendation. Today is the day that God will give them the power, the strength, the wisdom to effect the long overdue change.
The effect of Kogi election is felt virtually by all Nigerians. A strategic location of Kogi State, the gateway to many zones in the country, turns traveling pleasure to nightmare. Travelers got stranded due to close of borders from 6 p.m. on Friday to 6 p.m. on Saturday. Meanwhile, Governor Seric Dixon of Bayelsa urged his followers to be confident of victory in the December 5 election in the state and not to be afraid of those in the opposition. Dixon spoke during his campaign rally in Soma, the southern Ijaw local government area of the state. He affirms that there is no room for all the parties in the state, especially in the forthcoming governorship election. Dixon told the party faithful that with their support, the PDP would come out victorious in the election. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll bring you more stories. Stay with us.
The man on the streets have come to realize that the power to make decisions lies in the hands of the people.
I don't think they're ready.
First local government out of the Tagiri local government is more than many states in the north.
The economy is booming. Where is the economy booming? Blast in Abuja.
Don't you have security?
Why are we fighting? Sometimes you should not just sit in Abuja or in Asokoro or wherever it is. Those are supposed to be local. They know them cannot be there and be here at the same time.
The life of the citizens, community need to be protected.
It can't work out.
Bring the message of peace. Let there be proper devolution of power from the center. The center is too powerful.
It's trying to do the best, but people are hasty. Why are you hasting? Why are you hasting? Why are you hasting? Wow, let's call you go.
The people giving voice to the voiceless.
Is it crazy or autocracy? Or what type of crazy is that? Except crazy.
News making the headlines.
Black Maria is to carry criminals, trade looters that are in government today.
Sometimes it gets confrontational.
Slap you in the face.
They don't put words into my mouth.
Whatever it is that will bring our military to disrepute, I say to hell.
On Core Digest,
I want to know why I should be believing them.
Every weekday, we'll bring all of these together and take them to the court of public opinion.
Everybody has the right in Nigeria.
Where you are the judge.
Welcome, and if you're just joining us, it's CoreTV Primetime News. There's a quick reminder of our top story. The much anticipated governorship election in Kogi State has been largely peaceful. Mixed reactions trail the process as APC PDP react on the governorship election. President Muhammad Buhari assures Nigerians of a glorious era in spite of insecurity and economic challenges. For more venues and information, visit our social media platform, facebook.com/CoreTV News, our Twitter handle @CoreTV News NG. You could get more on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/CoreTV Liverspace and News. President Muhammad Buhari affirms that Nigeria had entered its glorious era in spite of insecurity and economic challenges. Represented by Vice President Yemi Osinbajo at the graduation of Senior Executive Course 37 of the National Institute of Policy and Strategic Studies in Kuru near Jos, it said that Boko Haram and other such insurgent groups around the country would soon be consigned to history, while acknowledging that some issues of agitations by some groups and sections in the country could not be ignored. He said that creating employment opportunities would reduce the tension. It charged the Institute to conduct comprehensive study on causes of insurgency and how to build civil capacity to defeat mindless violence. President Buhari called on persons and interest groups within the country to submit to peaceful means of expressing themselves without violating the laws of the land. Also, corruption is believed by many to be the root cause of most challenges facing different sectors of the economy in Nigeria, even as the number of politicians questioned by anti-corruption agencies are on the increase. In this report, our correspondent explores possible solutions to the menace of corruption in Nigeria. We bring you details of that story later. Also, President Muhammad Buhari has joined all the peace-loving nations of the world in condemning Friday's dastardly terrorist attack on the hotel in Bamako, Mali. In a statement issued on Saturday by the Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina, President Buhari assured President Ibrahim Keita and the people of Mali of Nigeria's full support and solidarity as they mourn their loss. The President also extended heartfelt condolence to the government and people of China, Russia, the United States and Belgium, whose nationals sadly lost their lives in the heinous and callous attack. The President reaffirmed that Nigeria, under his leadership, would remain committed to deploying all necessary resources and working with friendly nations and global organizations to speedily overcome the continuing threat of terrorism. Following the recent unfortunate incident in neighboring border state that threatened the security of lives and property, the Plateau Police Command has called on the citizens of the state to increase their level of vigilance in order not to fall victim of terrorist attack. The report.
From antecedents, the neighboring states have been attacked due to communal clashes. Plateau states often get visited by men of the underworld. It is in this view that the police command seeks to sensitize and reawaken the level of security consciousness of residents on suspicious persons within the environment. The police spokesman called on residents of the troubled state not to be carried away by the modicum of peace being enjoyed, but remain calm and vigilant.
Considering what is happening in other neighboring states that threaten security of lives and property, the police command decided to issue press release sensitizing members of the public and the good people of Plateau State to be more security conscious so that we will not become victim of circumstances. And to that effect, we are enjoining members of the public to be more serious, to be more sensitive about strange persons, objects they found within the environment.
Plateau residents are wary of attack and determined to expose suspected terrorists within their areas.
For now, over time, at least, we have enjoyed relative peace. But for the fact that issues are cropping up around states that border Plateau, we need not to relax. Rather, we are now encouraging members of the public not to just begin to relax and go around carelessly. And that is why we are now saying they should be security conscious so that we'll be proactive before incident occurs.
The Nigerian Air Force has assured that its ongoing strike mission in Sambisa Forest will not affect civilian target. Air Component Commander Operation Lafia Dole, Air Commodore Isiaka Amao, gave this assurance while addressing journalists today in Maiduguri. He explained that the Air Force conducted series of intelligence gathering on the area before embarking on the mission. Amao reiterated the force's mission to wipe out the Boko Haram terrorists from the Sambisa Forest hideout. International business analysts have challenged organizations across Africa to put in practice the policy of corporate social responsibility in their industries in the bid to enhance growth in the country. Correspondent Sarah Ayeko reports on the African Conference on Corporate Sustainability and Responsibility.
An assembly of international experts, African leaders and decision makers in the business world, with the common goal of instilling the culture of giving back to the host communities of their businesses. One of the speakers emphasizes the importance of corporate social responsibility, CSR, which should be integrated into the governance of a business organization.
We don't really have to have a lengthy debate about whether there is a relationship between corporate governance and corporate social responsibility, because one cannot exist without the other. You cannot build a business today, trade unethically, ruin all sorts of legislation, dump your waste carelessly, and then say, oh yeah, I think we'll be here for the next 60 years. You may not be here for the next 60 years.
For these business analysts, there are laws guiding the African business economy, with analysis of the major challenges, which is the non-implementation of policies, which has left the African economic community underdeveloped.
You look back to the safety laws in the UK, you find out that because there is implementation of the law, the tendency to comply with the law is much higher than what you have here. So it's about the commitment to complying and implementing the laws that have been passed. So if you pass one more law, we need to work around additional steps or additional levels to ensure that there is implementation.
Amid lingering recession that has dented corporate profits and intensified pressure from shareholders, business experts have urged companies to devise means of making a constant practice of fulfilling their corporate social responsibility in a bid to boost corporate governance. Sarah Ayeko, CoreTV News, Lagos.
We take another break and we'll bring you more stories.
Some pundits believe that as long as the political system is driven by selected few, corruption may be difficult to fight.
You should be careful about what you say.
I am not the only politician. Even if I've wronged anyone, it is time to forgive me.
Please for Arena every Sunday at 9:15 p.m. and a repeat broadcast every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m.
You can now watch CoreTV News live from anywhere in the world on our website www.coretvnews.com. Click on Live TV on our website and watch us live.
And welcome to CoreTV Primetime Days.
To follow us on Twitter, click on Twitter icon on our website. On Facebook, click on the Facebook and YouTube to see all our previous news production. You can also watch us live on YouTube. Click CoreTV, leave a space, then news. CoreTV News, a 24-hour news station.
And in business, the Japanese government has declared that the number of investors from Japan investing in Nigeria has increased over the past year, and when goods manufactured in Nigeria by these investors are exported, it will ultimately boost the volume of Nigeria's export. Making this declaration during the just concluded Lagos International Trade Fair, the Trade Commission and Managing Director of Japan External Trade Organization, Tako Miyazaki, said the discovery of Nigeria as the biggest economy in Africa had inspired more and more Japanese companies who were eager to tap into the lucrative Nigerian market. According to the JETRO Managing Director, which is a Japanese government's body promoting trade and investment between Japan and other nations, a number of Japanese companies are keen on expanding their business in Nigeria, adding that their highly advanced technology and durable quality products are cost-saving. And on the foreign scene, Malian security forces are on the search for at least 3 suspects involved in the Brazilian attack by gunmen at a 5-star hotel that killed 21 people in the heart of the capital, Bamako. A breakaway Al-Qaeda faction from the country's restive north claimed responsibility for the 9-hour hostage-taking siege that ended after special forces stormed the luxury hotel. President Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta announced the state of emergency and 3 days of mourning following the incident. Friday's assault on the Radisson Blu Hotel is the latest in a series of deadly raids this year on high-profile targets in Mali, which has battled various rebel groups based in its desert north for years. Turkey has arrested a Belgian citizen of Moroccan origin suspected to have played a role in the Paris attacks in the northern Turkish city of Antalya. A senior government official said Ahmed Damani, aged 26, arrived in Turkey from Amsterdam on November 14 and was detained at a luxury hotel along with 2 others. It is disclosed that Damani is an Islamic State of Iraq and Levant militant who was preparing to illegally cross the Turkish-Syrian border, adding that they believe Damani is in contact with the terrorists who perpetrated the Paris attacks. At least 10 people have been killed in a suicide attack by suspected members of Boko Haram near the Nigerian border in Cameroon's far north region. A senior Cameroonian army commander disclosed that dozens were wounded in Saturday's bombing in the village of Ngwe, a suburb of Futokol town. Local online publication Leo del Cel said that at least 4 suicide bombers were involved in the attack. This year, Boko Haram claimed responsibility for a number of attacks in Nigeria and its neighboring countries, Cameroon, Chad and Niger, which has joined an offensive against the group. Hundreds of Muslims rallied in Rome and Malian on Saturday to show solidarity with the victims of jihadist attacks. Condemning violence in the name of religion, the rally under the slogan, "Not in my name," began with a minute silence for the victims of the attacks on a Parisian night sport last week, which left 130 people dead. In Malian, where security has been ramped up following fears of an attack on landmarks like the famous Scala Opera House, people chanted "No to ISIS," referring to the Islamic State group which claimed the France attacks. An umbrella organization of Islamic societies called for a greater understanding and openness in Italy towards moderate Islam and a crackdown on worrying Islamophobia. And now to the world of sports. In sport, the Ethics Committee of World Soccer governing body, FIFA, has requested sanctions against the duo of FIFA President Sepp Blatter and UEFA President Michel Platini after completing its investigation on them. In a statement today, the investigatory chamber of the Independent Ethics Committee says it has submitted its final reports containing requests for the sanctions to be adjudicatory chamber chaired by Hans Joachim Eckert. The committee, however, refused to give details of what the report had found or the sanctions it has requested. In a separate statement, the head of the adjudicatory chamber, Eckert, disclosed that it would be decided in due course whether to open formal proceedings and the necessary sanctions to met out. It would be recalled that both were provisionally banned for 90 days on October 8, pending the full investigation of corruption charges. Rafael Benitez had vowed to attack the Liga leaders, and he named Karim Benzema and James Rodriguez in a starting lineup. But it was Barca who took the lead when Suarez fired beyond Keylor Navas, with a returning Lionel Messi watching from the bench. Yama made the 2-0 shortly before the break, and a stunning goal from Andres Iniesta put the champions fairly in the charge early in the second period, before Suarez's delicate finish made it 4 after Messi, who came on the 55th minute, had fed Jordi Alba. Madrid's players never too comfortable in the Benitez deep line setup, and the front three were isolated throughout, though Claudio Bravo denied Cristiano Ronaldo's superbly later. Barca are now 6 points clear of Madrid at the top of the table and piles further pressure on Benitez's shoulder ahead of the crucial few weeks before the winter break. And just before we go tonight, here is a quick reminder of our top stories. We told you earlier that the much-anticipated governorship election in Kogi State has been held largely peacefully. And also that mixed reactions through the process as APC PDP react on the governorship election. And finally, President Muhammad Buhari assures Nigerians of glorious era in spite of insecurity and economic challenges. On behalf of the entire news crew, thank you so very much for joining us. My name is Omotayo Alo. Have a good night, rest.